Welcome to Ping 24 Updates, your daily dose of what's happening around the world. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The air on Balabac Island once carried only the scent of salt and jungle blossoms, drifting gently over untouched shores and dense green canopies. For generations, this remote paradise was known only to locals and a handful of adventurous travelers, its rhythms dictated by the tides and the calls of tropical birds. Today, that tranquility is gone, replaced by dust, diesel, and the relentless rumble of construction. The sounds of nature now compete with the grinding of engines and the clatter of steel, echoing across the once silent hills. Massive earth movers carve a new military runway, a joint US-Philippines project, into the landscape, transforming the island's very identity. What was once a remote outpost is now a hive of activity, with teams working around the clock. This is no ordinary infrastructure. It's a bold statement in response to rising South China Sea tensions. The runway is a symbol, a message to the world that the balance of power is shifting. The world is watching as Balabac, once a quiet outpost, becomes a new front line in global geopolitics. News crews from around the globe descend on the island, capturing every development and broadcasting it to millions. Local fishing boats now share the sea with military transports, and cranes dominate the horizon. The familiar sight of fishermen hauling in their catch is now set against a backdrop of warships and construction cranes, a daily reminder of the island's transformation. For residents, the change is dizzying, full of both promise and peril. Some hope for new jobs and opportunities, while others worry about the loss of their way of life and the risks that come with militarization. American and Filipino engineers labor side by side, building more than a runway. They're constructing a strategic asset that shifts the balance of power. Their collaboration is a testament to the growing alliance, and every bolt and beam is laid with purpose. This airstrip puts Allied air power within minutes of the world's most contested waters, allowing rapid response to any crisis. The strategic value of this location cannot be overstated. Balabac, closer to Malaysia than Manila, is now a critical piece on the global chessboard. Its position makes it a gateway between nations, a bridge and a barrier in the struggle for regional dominance. The transformation here mirrors a larger struggle for influence across the Indo-Pacific. From new bases to shifting alliances, the region is in flux, and Balabac is at the heart of it all. The stakes are high and the future uncertain. Every decision made here could ripple across the region, affecting millions of lives. Will this runway deter conflict or become a flashpoint? The world's leaders debate, but only time will reveal the true impact of these changes. On Balabac, the future is being paved, one section at a time. Each slab of concrete is a step toward an uncertain destiny as the island is reshaped before our eyes. The island's fate, and perhaps the region's, hangs in the balance. What happens here could set the tone for peace or conflict in the years ahead. The world holds its breath, waiting to see what comes next. Every headline, every report, adds to the sense of anticipation and anxiety. Here, the quiet rhythm of island life has been replaced by the march of history. Balabac stands at a crossroads, its story now intertwined with the fate of a region and the hopes of a watching world. Before the soldiers and ships arrived, Balabac was a world apart, defined by its isolation, untouched landscapes, and breathtaking natural beauty. The island felt like a secret, hidden from the rest of the world, where time seemed to slow down. Life here moved with the tides. Fishing and seaweed farming were not just livelihoods, but traditions passed down through generations, sustaining the community and shaping its rhythm. The island's remoteness preserved rare wildlife and a unique culture, allowing both nature and tradition to flourish in harmony, largely undisturbed by outside influence. Now, the roar of heavy machinery drowns out the call of birds and the gentle sounds of the forest, signaling a dramatic change. Hills are being leveled, ancient forests cleared, and wetlands filled in to make way for the new runway and supporting infrastructure. The transformation is both physical and psychological. Balabac is no longer just a home, but a strategic asset, its fate now tied to national interests and global politics. What was once a sleepy, seldom used airstrip is now a bustling hub for military transport planes and fighter jets, changing the island's daily life. The island is suddenly connected to the world, and under intense scrutiny from international media and governments alike. For residents, this is a double-edged sword. New opportunities for work and progress, but also anxiety and uncertainty about what the future holds, as old ways of life are threatened. The tranquility that once defined Balabac is gone, replaced by a sense of urgency, constant activity, and a future that feels unpredictable. The island's identity is being reforged in the heat of global competition, its story now intertwined with forces far beyond its shores. The question remains, what will this transformation truly mean for the people who call Balabac home, and for their way of life that has endured for generations? The answer is still being written day by day, in the dust and concrete of the new runway, as the island's story continues to unfold. Balabac's future is no longer its own, it's now part of a much larger story, shaped by the tides of history and the ambitions of nations. In military strategy, location is everything, and Balabac's is unmatched. This small island, seemingly remote and isolated, has suddenly become one of the most critical pieces on the global chessboard. Its position is not just a matter of geography, but of power and influence in a region where tensions are rising. The island sits at a maritime crossroads, overlooking the South China Sea and the vital Balabac Strait. Every day, countless ships, both commercial and military, navigate these waters, making Balabac a silent sentinel over one of the world's busiest and most contested sea lanes. The new runway is a direct counter to China's militarized artificial islands in the Spratlys. As China extends its reach, Balabac stands as a bold response, signaling that the balance of power is not uncontested. Now, US and Philippine aircraft can reach disputed waters in minutes, not hours. This rapid access changes the calculus for any potential conflict or crisis in the region. This proximity means faster surveillance, quicker response, and a stronger deterrent. The ability to react instantly is a game changer, giving the Allies a critical edge. The defensive frontier has moved south, closer to the heart of the region's disputes. Balabac is now the front line, a shield against encroachment and a warning to adversaries. Control of the Balabac Strait is crucial for both commercial and military mobility. Whoever holds this choke point can influence the flow of trade and the movement of fleets. The airbase allows the Allies to monitor and protect this strategic choke point. With advanced radar and constant patrols, nothing moves here unnoticed. It's a key piece in the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement designed for rapid deployment in a crisis. The base is always on alert, ready to respond at a moment's notice. Balabac is the most important of these new sites, an outpost at the edge of uncertainty. Here, the line between peace and conflict is razor thin. The runway is a dagger pointed at the region's most volatile disputes. Its very existence is a statement of intent and resolve. It's a permanent foothold, built to project power and preserve peace. The infrastructure here is designed to last, ensuring a long-term presence. The transformation here is not just about defense, it's about shaping the future of the Indo-Pacific. Decisions made on Balabac will echo across the region for years to come. Every takeoff and landing sends a message. This area is watched, and it will be defended. The world is witnessing a new era of vigilance and readiness. The balance of power is shifting, and Balabac is at the center. Its role is growing, and its influence is being felt far beyond its shores. The world's eyes are fixed on this remote island, now a linchpin in a global contest. What happens here could shape the destiny of the entire region. This runway is a living symbol of the US-Philippines alliance in action. Every day, American and Filipino engineers work side by side, sharing expertise and sweat under the tropical sun. It's more than construction, it's a months-long joint military exercise. The Americans bring advanced technology, the Filipinos bring local knowledge and resilience. Together they solve problems, adapt, and build interoperability, the foundation of any strong alliance. For Filipino engineers, it's hands-on training with cutting-edge methods. For Americans, it's a lesson in adapting to new environments. This collaboration creates a common language and mutual respect. If crisis strikes, they'll know how to work as one team. The partnership is a powerful diplomatic signal. The alliance is real, active, and producing results. While diplomats talk, these soldiers build a shared future under the sun. Their effort is a visible commitment to mutual defense. Every yard of runway reinforces the bond between Washington and Manila. The message to the region is clear. This alliance is strong, practical, and here to stay. The runway is proof that words on paper can become steel and concrete on the ground. The runway's purpose is strategic, but its impact is also humanitarian. In a disaster-prone region, rapid aid delivery can mean the difference between life and death. The new runway can handle large transport planes, bringing relief supplies and rescue teams directly to Balabac. It transforms the island from isolated victim to forward staging point for life-saving missions. Joint disaster relief exercises build goodwill and strengthen local resilience. The runway is a lifeline, delivering hope in crisis, not just military might. Yet this dual-use nature brings complexity. The same runway that brings aid can also deploy missiles. For locals, it's both comfort and anxiety, protection and risk, creation and destruction. The island's destiny is forever changed by this double-edged sword. Beijing is watching Balabac closely. The runway is a direct challenge to China's expansion in the South China Sea. It signals the end of unchecked island building. America and its allies are pushing back. Balabac complicates China's military planning, projecting allied power into contested waters. Chinese media call it provocative, but for the Philippines it's a reassertion of sovereignty. Manila must balance its U.S. alliance with its economic ties to China, a delicate act. The runway is a calculated risk, a bet that strength will bring respect and stability. In this high-stakes game, every move is watched by the dragon. The runway is more than a military asset, it's an economic catalyst. Construction has brought jobs and income to Balabac, boosting local businesses. A modern airport opens the door to tourism, new markets, and better prices for local products. Improved infrastructure, roads, power, water will benefit residents long after the runway is built. The island is being integrated into the national economy, breaking the cycle of isolation. Government attention and investment are on the rise. For many, the hope is that the runway will launch a more prosperous, connected future. Balabac's transformation is as much about opportunity as it is about security. For Balabac's 40,000 residents, the runway brings hope and anxiety. Jobs, infrastructure, and connection to the world offer a brighter future. But rapid change threatens the island's fragile ecosystem and unique culture. Rising prices, land disputes, and social challenges loom, the greatest fear becoming a target in a global power struggle. Fishermen worry about escalating tensions, families fear being drawn into conflict. The community must balance opportunity with the risk of losing what makes Balabac special. Living with the military presence is the new reality. The people stand between a past of isolation and a future of uncertainty. Their resilience will determine what kind of future the runway brings. Balabac's story is a symbol of shifting power in the Indo-Pacific. The runway marks a new doctrine-distributed forward-deployed strength to deter aggression. It's a blueprint for empowering allies and defending sovereignty without massive U.S. bases. The Balabac Doctrine is about creating facts on the ground for a free and open region. For locals, the runway brings both challenge and hope, development, security, and a place on the map. Their fate is now tied to global currents. The concrete strip is a testament to a changing world and a renewed alliance. As planes land, they touch down at the heart of a new geopolitical theater. Balabac has redrawn the map of power in Asia. Its full impact is only beginning to unfold.